If you're like me and film your
Starting the stream. Editing the stream. Customizing the stream. Publishing the stream. And yeah, people can view it. Alright, hello chat. Just waiting for the student to get here. I'm just writing up the write-up from one of my no stream sessions. Real quick. Let me know when. Tracking. Hey, how's it going?
Hello, hello. Sorry, I missed your comment.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That happens. Do I have you added as a friend officially, or are we just on Discord? Okay, yeah, I have your friend, so it notifies the calls. You don't have the person added as a friend. Yeah. So let's see. Can I see some of your? Can I see some gameplay?
Looking for gameplay, right?
Yes. Let's start with a bit of Call of Duty. You said.
Yeah. I don't have anything too fancy, to be honest with you.
I don't need anything fancy.
Yeah.
COD's so honestly one of those games where you can just launch a deathmatch and just stream it live.
That'd be better.
Yeah, perfect.
Stream
do
a
that.
live gameplay. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Let's do that. Launch Battle.net. I'll share my screen as well. And yeah, let me apologize again for being late.
No, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's chill. It's just shared your audio. It looks like rather than your actual screen, which is non-ideal.
Should be better. Sorry, now let me close Kovacs.
Yep, no worries, no worries. Nice, nice. Do we want to do a quick COD deathmatch to look at in-game gameplay?
Yes, we'll do that as well.
Alright, cool, let's do that. Well, news.
It's been a while since I've done this with anyone,
worries,
so
no worries.
I apologize if like I'm here and all over the place, but let's see.
No worries. We got the chat keeps popping up. That's hilarious. Emerald the bomb. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's
Remove
funny.
that.
This chat just pulling up in the middle of the screen.
Back one more time.
Yep, no worries.
That's the other thing too.
What's the other thing?
Oh no, it's just I had MSI Afterburner as well. And
Okay.
this game and sharing my screen. Anyways, so we'll run like a team deathmatch, TDM or something.
Nice, nice. Yeah, just a
We'll
quick
just-
like little death match, just like
Yeah.
10 minutes, and you can leave it or can you leave it early if it?
Yeah, we could.
All right, perfect.
So
Yeah,
when you
just do like a quick little death match, and we'll look at that, and then get out of that. What's annoying is coaching the people who are big into the battle royales with no deathmatch, because they're gonna
and
like
then-
edit out like a whole like bit of it, like gameplay, like Apex
right,
players have done some.
looting and
Yeah, it's just
all
annoying.
the looting. Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna want. There's no point in me aim coaching someone by watching them loot boxes
Mhm.
for an hour. Okay. How do you feel the tension on your mouse is from your hand?
Right now, like usually when I'm like gaming, it's around this area, and so like little adjustments like this, I feel tension right here.
Okay.
And that makes me shaky, and like maybe I'll try it like this, and then they'll just jump. It's really annoying.
Okay, this is gonna sound interesting, but try focusing to release that kind of tension. Try to focus on not being tense with your pinky and ring finger. Really try.
Pinky and ring here.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll explain why after you try it in this game. Really focus on keeping those two as light on the mouse as possible, and tell me how that affects that weird tension.
Pinky and ring. Just around that area.
Just focus on not pushing into the mouse with those two fingers, and
Mhm.
and then afterwards tell me how that affects that tension.
Cringe shotgun, man. Yeah, usually my sensoring's better. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you.
It's all good.
Like there, when he slid into me, I have sometimes issues like that.
Okay.
Like,
Is that a Skypad you're playing on?
yes.
Nice. And what's the mouse?
This is Pulsar X2.
Okay, cool.
Like here, even I'm sharing this. I'm like shaky like this.
Mm-hmm. From like
that's-
fear of being judged type shaking, or like
I think it's some nerves. Yeah. Normally I'm not this shaky a little bit.
uh-huh. Alright,
So,
that was fast, but honestly let's just go to Kovacs. That's probably good enough. That'll help us make up for lost time.
Can you repeat that?
Just switch to Kovacs.
All right, sweet.
Oh, you were the bottom guy on the winning team. That's unfortunate. And just let's do some Kovacs. So how did you feel releasing your rightmost fingers helped with the tension by your thumb?
It's hard to say.
Hard
be
to
honest.
focus on. Okay, let's try that again in
Yeah.
one wall 6 target small, where you can actually focus on that for a minute. You just kind of concentrate on how the tension is.
So 1 wall, 6 target small.
Yep. I can't see the Kovacs
German-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a generic scenario that you can use for basic like tension tests and flicking.
So I can do that right now. Just play it as I would.
Yep.
Or focus with what. I'll
Just
play it.
play it as you would. Release the fingers, if you know what the tension feels like, maybe like 10 seconds in, just release those fingers. And those two on the right, especially when you're aiming to the right, really focus on releasing those fingers
Oh, okay.
in terms of tension.
Yeah, like right now I'm like really tense.
Everywhere or just in that spot?
Right now, the thumb and the middle finger.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. I miss cause. And honestly, I did not make this appointment to try to get rid of my nerves. So like, I'm trying to explain to you the best I can, like how I feel on the day to day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe if you can filter out like some of the shakiness from what you're seeing,
Uh-huh.
I think honestly that's just like being kind of nervous. But um, I'm trying to explain to you the best I can. Like on a day to day, I feel a lot of tension here and around the middle finger, like right there. That makes me just like kind of shaky.
Okay. So I feel like the middle finger tension is
Hmm.
honestly just the way you have that finger so arched up and then forced back down into the mouse. I think that just the position of your middle finger is going to create a lot of tension. Like, look at how it is now that you're relaxed and not playing versus when you were actually playing the scenario. Your middle finger was completely forced upwards and
Yeah,
into the
right.
mouse like some kind of like Texas oil rig. Like that when you move. And then once you go to relax your hand, you just arch that finger forward.
Uh-huh.
Why can't you just, like, clearly you're more comfortable when you arch the finger forward, otherwise you wouldn't do that when you're aiming. So let's try and do a replay and just try and run the scenario while your
Mhm.
fingers arch forward and like your fingers just like that, and don't force it back
Mm,
into that weird position where you can't really do anything. Because you also lose the advantage of having finger motion if your fingers locked in one position.
yeah. Okay. Good observation. All right, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay. So the reason why I do that, I just realized, is because when I'm right click to ADS, and I was just trying to, I don't know, ADS when Kovacs doesn't really have an ADS.
Okay, so that's another actually useful concept that we're gonna go over in a second. And I hate that I'm gonna have to turn this into a high school physics lesson, but that's what we're gonna do in a minute.
Right.
How did the tension feel?
Um, slightly better. Yeah.
All right, nice.
Yep.
Let's go to this. So this is an object. It can be anything from a rock to your hand to your mouse to whatever. If it's at rest, it will require force to enter motion, and if it's in motion, it will require force to be changed to being at rest. That's common sense. Everyone knows that. But what a lot of people don't think about is the fact that if you apply force, another force will have to balance the object in order for it to stay at rest, right? So let's say you're applying this red force down into the mouse, into the table, which will be right here. This is what's known as a normal force. You don't What a normal force is it's basically the reason that objects on a table don't get gravitied through the table. The table's gonna any object will put up a certain amount of force equal in strength to the force below it to balance it. Well, this is called normal force. So basically, the harder you push down into your mouse,
Mm-hmm.
the harder your table pushes up into your mouse back at you. It seems a bit hard to understand at first, but then when you think about it, it has to stay still. If the table doesn't push into the mouse, then the mouse should go through the table. So that's just the concept of normal force. Now, you can create an artificial normal like force with horizontal tension. Let's say you're trying to aim to the right. So your thumb is over here. So when you push your thumb into the mouse, it goes in that direction we'll use this color for thumb force. And then when you push your thumb, right? If you just take your hand off your mouse for a second and just put your thumb on the side of your mouse, and now just push your thumb with your mouse with your thumb.
Right.
Is there a lot of tension in doing that? No, it's pretty much effortless, right?
Less, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Right.
much
Yeah,
effortless. You just gotta, if you do it right. But now, if you allow your fingers to apply some counterbalancing force to this thumb force, not equal to it, but existent, then what'll happen is the thumb now, to get the same acceleration, has to go even more. And tension is just muscle fibers contracting. So technically you got tension if you want to move your mouse at all, even when you are moving that thumb. So what'll happen is the more you push into your mouse from the right,
Mm-hmm.
the more you have to push into it from the left in order to keep it stable. And maybe you're holding it with your arms, so the tension is neutral across your fingers. The rightward force isn't coming from your thumb. It usually would come from your forearm or your shoulder past like 1 or 2 degrees of rotation. So these will be equal, and the tension in your thumb will just come from the fact that it's counterbalancing 2 fingers on the right side of the mouse. So if you really focus on reducing the length of this arrow to, let's say, 1/4 of what it is now, then this one will naturally go down to 1/4 of what it is now. It still needs to be there, because when you move your mouse horizontally, in order to keep it stable, you need something securing it in place. Otherwise, it'll fly out of your hand. But if you can significantly reduce it, that'll help. So that's my theory, my working theory on where your thumb tension is coming from. Your finger tension, on the other hand, your middle finger tension, that's this big, every time you push click, you get this little red arrow. Or if you minimally click your mouse, like I want you to just put your middle finger on your mouse and just slowly but steadily push more and more force into it until you left click or right click or whatever you use to ADS.
Oh, okay.
Just try and do the minimum ADS you need to set off the spring.
Yeah.
Did you need to arch your middle finger all the way back and really force into that?
No.
And now let's say we do a bit more than medium just to make sure it's fast and it holds. Do like 10% faster, 10% harder. You can hold a strong ADS without arching your middle finger, without forcing it into the mouse and digging it in. You still want to make sure that when you move your mouse, you don't on ADS, but maybe we reduce the tension to this thick, and now all of a sudden this will become naturally a bit lighter, but which means the force you need to press down the mouse horizontally will become less, because as it turns out, friction is derived from normal force. So whenever you have to move your mouse horizontally, the more weight, which just makes sense, if you have something super heavy on a table and you try to push it, it's going to be harder than something super light. That's because inertia and increased friction, right? So if we reduce the normal force, the force you push into the mouse, the horizontal force required to move the mouse will become less. And if we reduce the horizontal forces, so everything will reduce. So the tension really revolves around how tight you ADS. I want you to replay this where you're ADS the whole time, but not letting it force into the mouse pad.
Force. Yeah.
Relaxed ADS. Try to learn the relaxed ADS. That's going to be the key to fixing your issue.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. I feel the difference, but then I gotta teach myself to apply like minimal force here.
Yeah, I see what
Then
you're saying.
as over time, it's like building up, building up.
Yep, that will be the main challenge at first, is just learning to not let the tension build up. And that requires constant focus for a little while to break a habit, because at the end of the day,
Mm,
you learned a bad habit and now you got to break it.
I do see what you're saying here. Um, Normally I'd be dancing around the target. Feels like.
And you were going a lot slower, which helps with micros and being smoother when you get
Mhm.
close to a target. Let's see. Um, how'd you feel with that?
It felt like even better.
Even
Yeah.
better. I like
Yes.
that. I like that. How'd the horizontal stuff feel?
It felt like I took less effort to go from target to target, and like also, like I said, I felt like I was dancing around less around the target as
Nice.
well.
That's good. And again, that was partially because you were allowing yourself to go a lot slower to just really focus on the tension, which is fine.
Okay.
But as you speed up, that will get worse. So don't feel like so
Oh,
don't in
okay.
like 2 weeks start speeding up. Still notice the tension there and start panicking because you thought that issue was gone. That
Yes.
might be gone eventually, but as of right now, it's not. You still got to kind of work on it, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
All right, cool. So how about the thumb tension, the middle finger tension? I'm gonna say is mostly resolved. You just got to focus on it from this.
Actually, yes. Let me say one thing is that I actually also did not. I felt less tension on the thumb as well.
Thumb was
When I
less
was doing
tension,
that.
good. Did you feel
Yeah.
like you were working on applying less tension from the right as well, or were you just focused on the middle finger?
Um, I was mostly focused on the middle finger,
All
but I
right.
didn't notice too much change on the right side.
So that's fine. That's mostly because of, like I said, the normal force and friction. Also, just as your hand muscles are kind of close together, it's hard to really put a lot of pressure into one finger without accidentally putting some onto the other fingers, especially while you're focusing on a task. So that's fine. So let's see. Let's try a tracking scenario. Let's go to online scenarios control sphere. Yeah, top one.
Right. It's a good scenario here.
Oh, I love control sphere. It's a classic fan favorite.
All right, so minimal tension, right? And the
Minimal tension. Continue to do the on any scenario where ADS doesn't affect your aim. Just do the
mm,
minimal tension ADS thing that we're talking about.
okay. I feel shaky around the thumb right now.
All right.
S-
Try to just relax your thumb off the mouse and just see what happens.
Okay. Right now, it's just sitting on the mouse.
Uh huh.
Otherwise, it's just gonna kind of just turn if I don't. Uh,
Does the
just let it
mouse start
rest
to
on the mouse.
turn to the right? To
Yes. If I.
okay. If
Yeah.
you relax the tension, the mouse will go towards the thumb. That makes sense. No, it looks like it's almost tilting away from the thumb.
Yeah. 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 Like.
We can look at it in a second. You can finish the run. Your middle finger looks like it's starting to press hard.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you lift your thumb up and then hold, otherwise try to aim normally, just without your thumb. Just do that. I just want to see where your mouth sends up. Just keep the thumb, like, tuck it away. Okay, it looks like your thumb's tilting. Okay. So when I said the tension on the right side of your mouse with your pinky and pointer finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you'll notice is those are two fingers pressed into the side of the mouse. Whereas
Yep.
on the thumb side, you only have one finger pressed into the side of the mouse, right?
Right.
So even though the thumb's a bit stronger, those two fingers, if they press in too hard, can make the thumb have a lot of tension without having noticeable tension because there's two of them combined
Yes.
with the middle finger that's tilted in that direction. Everything's forcing pressure onto your thumb. That'll create thumb tension. So what you really want to do, and especially where it seems like the bottom half of the mouse starts to tilt before the top half of the mouse,
Yes.
what you
Like
really want,
it's okay. Go
yeah, it
ahead.
starts to tilt
Sorry.
like that, which makes me think that the pinky finger is the one that's putting in the most force into the mouse. So we really just want to focus on relaxing all your fingers. Like, put one finger on the mouse at a time, and just when you put it on, just put it on at the minimal, like barely even on it, like hovering over the mouse. And control sphere is a really good scenario to practice on. Just put all your fingers on one at a time, barely even on it, hovering over the mouse, just to the point where you can kind of manipulate the mouse, but it feels super loose in your hand. And now just run a
Mm-hmm.
control sphere, ADS, and hold shoot the entire time.
Okay.
Minimal tension on those fingers.
All right. Right now, I'm only doing left click.
All right, that's fine.
I'm
That's fine. If that,
consciously trying to make.
if it feels like too overwhelming to do left and right click, just do left click for now. Just focus on the
No.
tension.
I can let me
Just
put
focus.
right
Just
click.
focus on the game for now.
I feel like I need a little more tension on the thumb.
Really, because it seems like the results say otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
If you can,
It's uh-huh.
there definitely is a minimum amount of tension required to be able to aim. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong about that one. It's important to have tension, but it should be a minimal amount of tension. It shouldn't be a lot of tension. It shouldn't be straining your hand
Mhm.
tension. It's just hit the bare minimum value
Yeah.
for the tension and just relaxedly hold your mouse. That's what we're trying to achieve. If you feel like you need to press your thumb in a bit more, then you can do that to keep your
Okay.
hand stable. But you came here to relax the thumb, so relax the thumb.
Great. Understood. Can I run it one
Yeah,
more
you can
time?
run it back. Run it back. Let's see how it feels.
So right now minimal. And I'm applying some pressure on the thumb.
All right. So yeah, you. How did that feel? Like, did it feel like it was hurting your hand more?
No. Then
All right. As long as the
um
pressure
yeah.
stays minimal, like you got to find the minimum amount where your hand is stable, but you're not pressing into your hand too much. That's kind of the goal behind tension.
Okay.
So that looks like it was probably good. So we can hit done and move on to the next thing. Um, Let me see. We're trying to do. I want you to try a close fast strafes invincible scenario. This will be the not easy version. I don't know where it is because I can't see over your hand cam, but
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't need. It's right. 4.
This one.
Nope. 2. Go down 3. Oh, go down 5. Go down 1.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, you can put the hand cam back. Nice.
Okay. So I'll just do this scenario.
And keep the tension as minimum as possible.
Right. Okay. Great. Oh god.
So what you're gonna want to do is convert your aim style to a more low tension friendly aim style, right?
Mm.
So what that means is before when you were on high tension, if you were to try to flick and get really fast recoverments to a target, you'd still do bad, but you could do a bit better than right what you can right now, which is just terrible. What does that mean? So, since you were moving so much faster with the high tension, you would go really close to a target, and then you'd be able to hit it just by moving super fast, accelerating onto it, and all those things. So now what you need to learn how to do is keep your tension low, smoothing control, and you got to do the right technique because trying not to like before you were doing the wrong technique, but the high tension, fast, flicky style could
Yes.
almost compensate for it. Now it's just the wrong technique and it's just being seen in all of its lack of glory. So what you need to do is steadily, smoothly approach the target. Don't try and get to it super fast and then just let it go past you, wrap around, and have to readjust constantly. You want to be aiming towards the target.
Yeah.
Moving towards the target faster than it's moving away from you. Don't get me wrong. You always want to be faster than the target's moving away from you, but you also don't want to be at a flick pace where you won't land on the target when you go right past it. You want to be able to adjust onto the target when you get close to it. So yeah, try that and see if applying this technique works or if we need more explaining. So you're doing exactly what you were doing now. Slow down 90%. You're still doing the exact same thing. Slow down your hand to be super slow, and then just always be moving in the direction of the target. Let's start with that as an exercise.
Super slow.
Yeah, just always don't even try to hit shots. Don't try to get a score. We're not going to try anything. Just move super slow and always move in the direction of the target.
Verbally, I see what you're saying. Just approach the
it
target.
Is
it's
hard.
not right.
Yeah, exactly. You're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. Right there, you were not getting it, but before you were. I think having the target and crosshairs the same color makes it really hard to not overflick in this scenario, so let's change that. Settings.
Visuals.
It's in main. It's in main. Tint.
Wait.
Yeah, either or. Just
So, yeah, just approach the target smoothly
yep, just always be
and
moving towards the
towards the
target. Don't
direction.
even worry about aiming at it, just always move towards the target. Okay, stop this for a second. Main.
Uh,
If your crosshair gets
here.
a bright red overlay every time it lands on the bot. So let's go to video. Visual, sorry. Not video. Scroll down. Change the bot body color to something that isn't so terrible, like the same color as the X, because then it's just unreadable. If you want like that green, like a bit more green than that would be in theory the optimal bot color, but it's not. It does not matter. Just by
Too
like
green.
yeah, green is in theory optimal because the human eye can react faster to that wavelength than other ones just because
Oh,
the
really?
density of cones, but also some people don't like it because they feel like it creates monitor blur. But yeah, it's up to you, whatever color you want. Just play.
Okay.
Just as
Yeah,
long as
sure.
it's not the same color as your crosshair or the X. So yeah, just play this. Alright, now we always know where the crosshair is, which is nice.
Okay.
So your
let
first
me
goal
apply
is when
the
you
tech.
when you flick towards the bot, or not even flick, you shouldn't be flicking at all, but when you're moving towards the bot, you never want to end your movements on the other side of the bot, like an inch away. Like right there,
Right,
right there, right there. The past 10 movements, you've landed all of them on the other side of the bot.
yeah, right there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. See what you're saying.
Yep.
Well, okay. Yeah, I won't. So this is okay. So I think that's something for me to consciously work on,
Mm-hmm.
to not go past the bot. Obviously, I mean,
Yep.
it sounds
You
simple.
you will struggle with it at first, but there is still I think we're still somewhat in the grounds of fixing the technique. Will
Mm.
immediately. Oh, we're in free play mode, aren't we? Yeah.
Oh,
Or are we in challenge? I don't think we're in. Yeah. Okay. Pause it for a second. So what I really want you to focus on right now
yep.
is steadily approaching the bot. Right. Like I want you to just try one round. Maybe it is a technique. Maybe it is a skill issue that you really do just need to work on, grind over the next month or two. But I want to do one more run where we just try to always be moving towards the bot.
Yes.
Um, and I want you to always think about where the bot is, not even how it's moving. Thinking about how it's moving and it changing directions is a really good way to get yourself thrown off. So don't ignore how it's just ignore how it's moving for now. And
Ignore how. Okay.
even when you and then just move your crosshair always in the direction of the bot and just go
Yes.
pretty slow, and then when you're on the bot just try and track it. So replay.
Okay. Okay.
Even if it takes you a while and you miss
Approach
the
it slowly
yeah,
and
even
then
if you
just
miss the bot for
track it.
10 seconds, that's fine. Just approach the bot slowly.
Why is it in free play still? Is that okay?
You might have to hit the top play button, honestly. Like in the top. Yeah, I think you have to hit the play in the top of the screen now. I don't know. Play. Oh, it's because you have free play selected, not challenge. Hit challenge in the top middle. Top
I
left. There you
okay.
go. Yeah, notice hit play. Yeah, I don't know how that switched, but somehow it switched.
Okay. So
Slowly and
approach.
steadily approach the bot. You don't want to ever be stopped. That's the other thing.
Okay.
Actually, stop this. stop this. Let's do it in the easy version. Top scenario on your screen. Let's do it in the easy version. Try it now. Just focus. Your only goal is to never go past the bot. Like you're doing. Alright.
I hear you.
Alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's just hard for you. That's fine. Finish this run
Yeah.
and then we'll move on to something else. Your middle finger looks like it's starting to tense again. Be very focused on keeping the tension away from your fingers. That's top priority when you're doing this.
Okay. Like right here.
Alright, you're getting closer, but you're still.
That's what
That's
you're
actually
trying to
really
say.
close. That's actually pretty good.
So I just, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I
Towards the
wanted
end, you
to-
actually got it. Towards the end, you
yeah.
got it. It's not just the. So that was good. That was good. So as you get better with this technique, what you'll find is you're able to work back in, focusing on where the bot is.
Mhm.
But for now, that was really good. Good job.
Yeah, at the end, I did. I just wanted to say that I understand what you're saying, but to translate it to physically, I think that's a challenge for sure. So, at the end, I saw what you're saying.
Nice, nice. That's good. So we definitely want the scenarios to be good. Let me think for a minute. Let me think. What do we want to do next? Let's hit done. And let's work a bit on flicking technique with low tension, because keeping your mouse stable while flicking will also be hard. Let's go to 1 while 6 target small. Nice. Let's actually hit. Let's go to online scenarios. Go to wide wall 3 targets Pokeball. Pokeball wide wall 3 targets. You're going to be holding down shoot in game when you flick, so I want to add that. And also wide wall, not one wall. And you might need to add the space between the. You might need to add a bunch of spaces, like space there and space between the 3, and it should come up first scenario. Yep, first scenario.
So low tension,
Yep.
and just flick. And picking up a little bit more tension on the middle finger, so
Yep,
trying
really
to
just
release
focus on,
it.
even if you don't ADS at first, just focus on keeping your middle finger tension as low as possible. That's top
Okay.
priority. Because that was a big problem before. All right, nice, nice. How did that feel?
Yeah, I think more or less, actually didn't feel any different.
Nice.
I'll be honest, but
Okay.
but
The
no
tension felt like
tension
as it
versus tension,
was before.
No, definitely not.
Okay, that's good. So, what happened there? We had a score, pretty deep score dip. So what you'll find as you release tension in static scenarios is stopping power. You kind of gotta really focus on that and slowing into your stops. So that's our top priority.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I felt I wasn't going as fast as I would, but like you said earlier, just over time, speed up, speed up.
Yep,
Just
exactly.
also focus on as I'm speeding up, continue releasing the tension.
Yep, speed up, release the tension, and in order to stop when you have low tension, what you really want to make sure you focus on is kind of slowing down a bit sooner.
Mm,
And you might find that a bit more tension helps, but we really want to keep that minimal. We don't want excess tension.
mm,
So for now, we might be going too extreme, and you need to have a, but, and you'll figure that out over the like coming week or so. But really, just work on the techniques of good aiming and stable, smooth, consistent, steady aiming, and you'll be able to apply those techniques. So really focus on the slowdown periods. Let's see.
mm.
Did you have any other questions that you wanted to ask?
So far, no. I understand what you're saying so far.
All right, nice.
I think the diagram with the normal forces was helpful, and
Nice.
I understand what you're saying with the tension.
That's good.
Also, approaching the target, slowly approaching the target, and then tracking
Yep.
after. So, yeah.
That's good that that made sense. That one's always a hit or a miss. Some people hate it, some people love it. Let me think for another minute. So, how long do you aim train per day? In the past 7 days, how many days of the which have you aim trained?
Probably an hour
An hour a day?
a day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's intense. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I have
think. I'm trying to think.
different plans.
An hour a day is pretty intense. Just because I'm trying to think.
I got these 4 playlists that I hit pretty much every day.
All right. If you hit 4 playlists every day, it's what are they? 4 15-minute playlists?
Um, More, yeah, I would say about. So this is five. This is 16 minutes. It's here. I don't complete this whole thing, but this is maybe another 20 minutes.
Oh, that's a
5, 10,
good
15.
playlist for like what we're trying to work on. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that playlist. That's smoothness.
These two,
Okay.
and then
Some steady,
so,
consistent tracking scenarios. That's good. That's good. I wouldn't heavily lean into those if I were you, but they're definitely very good scenarios that are good to have and good to know. Um, Smoothest one, control sphere, easy.
yeah, and then
Okay,
these
this
I
is
ended off with these three.
meant as a more of a smooth than a precise scenario or playlist, so it makes sense that they'd go for whoever made this one. Oh, you made this yourself. It makes sense that you'd go for the easy versions, though. I think you play those 4 playlists in a row.
Yes.
I think the problem with this, I'm gonna revamp
Okay.
these a little bit. I'm gonna
Right.
I wanna add more focus onto reactivity, onto precision rather than smoothness in your
Okay.
playlist. So I'm gonna make you a playlist of precision to play. So we'll call this playlist. Um, I'm just gonna do the 0 thing so it stays at the top.
Great. Yep.
Token precision. WP. I'll just put WP at the end of it so you know it's the one from me. So we're gonna put control sphere on that, regular control sphere, so it's a bit faster. Basically what precision is as you start to get better, like pure smoothness with just one constant direction steadying your mouse after a little
Yes.
while becomes pretty effortless and not the best thing to grind. But and as you get to like I'd say honestly your level, maybe even worse, it starts to become helpful to implement scenarios that are more not reactive, not struggling to make you react, but
Hmm.
inconsistent with their directions to force you to always be moving steadily and kind of making the smooth adjustments, because someone at your skill level, most of those smooth scenarios aren't going to throw you far enough off where you're going to be working on adjusting back onto the target.
Mm.
So yeah, let's keep working on this. Control sphere, we're going to do extra control sphere and control sphere. Let's do regular smooth sphere also, honestly. Let me see. Extra smooth sphere per year, that sounds good. And then I also want to have close, fast, strafes, invincible. That's a reactive scenario, but it's a good one for you to kind of practice the techniques on, and it's slow enough that you'll almost be treating it kind of like, I won't even say you're treating it like a precise scenario, you're treating it like a reactive scenario. I'm just putting it on this playlist because of the way I want to do it. And I'm going to do...
If I can...
Yep.
Just ask one question to make sure I understand what you were saying there. Is that, you know, smoothness requires, you know, being able to react and then also be precise. And
it's not even that you need to be able to react. It's just that if you're always on the bot, you're only working on the aspect of smoothness of staying on the bot, which is just speed matching. And if you're always on the bot, that's going to be an easy bot to speed match. So you're not really particularly challenging yourself. So you can either make the bot unreasonably small and unreasonably fast and just struggle that way, or you can just make it so that the bot changes directions every now and then, is a bit faster and a bit smaller, and that way you get thrown off it, but you're still able to work on the technique. What, in my opinion, the most useful part of smooth tracking is not staying on the bot, but recovering from being off the bot. And in most of those smoothness scenarios, I don't think you're doing a lot of recovering. I think you're just mostly staying on the bot.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because like the actual like smooth acceleration, like when we went into, like the point of playing smoothness is to improve at other types of tracking. Like very few people want to be the best in smoothness trainer 60. Very few people want to be the best in smooth your wrist. Most people want to be better at reacting and tracking, either for rail games or for reactive tracking leaderboards. The point of smoothness is to kind of get your ability to recover from a bot better and apply that to a scenario like close fast strafes, doing the technique, like staying smooth and doing the technique we were talking about, right?
Right.
So that's the point of smoothness. So your second playlist is going to be a flicking playlist, right? Where I really just want you to work on the stopping power we brushed upon towards the end of the session, right?
Yep.
So both of these playlists are just for applying your two low tension techniques. And then who made the reactive playlist for you?
These,
let's see, it says it was Hulk Hogan Reactivity by Seizure Builds Fortnite. Alright, click on that playlist again. I want to make sure it looks ground thin 30% slower, thin 3. Okay, that looks like really specifically picked out. Air 3 is the fat, kind of slow horizontal one. Make sure I'm thinking of the right bot for Air 3. Thin Gauntlet. Yeah, this guy definitely picked out. And what's your 52 accuracy? Can you just skip through and show me your accuracies on the different reactivities? 55. 36. Yeah, just keep skipping through them. I'm not going to read them out loud. 63. Okay, where we're really emphasizing new smoothness technique and learning something, I think that would honestly be good for you, even though those are generally easier than I'd normally recommend someone. Just slightly easier. I think that'll be good because it can really help you work on the smooth technique of recovering from being off the ball.
Yeah, and when you say recovery, you mean like when it changes direction and then not going past it, not falling short.
And also when you're off of it, and like at first you just want to learn to move towards the bot smoothly, slowly, steadily. And then after a little while, you want to learn to move towards the bot and
So I
hold it and
use
move towards and take its direction into account, so that you might move slower if it's coming towards you, faster if it's moving away from you, and start taking its movements into account, but never moving away from the bot. The issue with a lot of people who they take movement to mean more than it does, and they'll move away from the bot. So that's kind of the first thing you gotta not do. Yeah, you had a question.
No, I was just saying that I use the smoothest training 60. It's something you recommended, and you think that's too simple?
Let's
What
see.
I need?
I gave you that a year ago.
Like, yeah, 9 months ago. Just
Yeah,
about.
now you've 9 months on Smooth the Trainer 60's enough. We don't need to play that anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I use this playlist that you gave me 9 months ago to as like a warm up now.
Let me see what it's
Um,
on it. Hulk Hogan tension, 116 target small, Smooth the Trainer 60. I named it Zero Tension. Oh no, you copied my playlist and changed the name.
Could be. I don't even know where it is anymore.
Scroll. It should have a author. It should have me as the author if you scroll. Oh, is that all your playlists? Can you not scroll down?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it just happens that everything's in alphabetically ordered and the last thing is titled with a B. That's funny. There it is. Right there. You scrolled past it already. I just named it. You're right there.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, just click on it. What did I put in that? Fireworks, smoothness. Okay, some overlap in our scenarios.
I got first, by the way. I just wanted to give myself a pat on the back. On that one.
Firework, reflex flick. That is. I mean, it's an orange. It's one of those scenarios where it's either you hit it or you didn't. There's a fixed number of bots, and if you played enough, you can pull that. But that's still impressive, honestly. That's a good job. Only Kovacs world record. I'm guessing you don't. Another cool little. Yeah, smoothest training 60. You don't need that anymore. PGTI vertical centering. You got what you need out of those. Now you got to apply it to reactive tracking.
Exactly.
That's
I
good
took
enough.
maybe 4 out of these to my like daily warm up.
Yeah, that's good enough. I never give people, when I give people scenarios, I never give them the scenarios with the intention that these are like the scenarios that like all of a sudden you're gonna be really good from these scenarios, that like my scenarios are somehow handpicked. I'm giving people pretty generic scenarios in most of my playlists. The thing that's helpful is the techniques you take to approach them.
Yeah.
Let's see, this is one Hulk Hogan, and I do have to get to my next session because I did those two back to back. This is 0 precision. So one's just working on flicks, one's working on precision. That seems like how you wanted to focus on it. I do have to get to but yeah, if you have any questions, DM me. The techniques are pretty simple. Just be tracking.
Sure.
Be steady and smooth when recovering from being off the bot. Don't flick. And flicking. Work on good stopping power. Alright. I'll see. I'm bouncing. Sorry about that. I was in another session just wrapping that up.
Nah, you're totally.
Alright, so what's up? Let's see. We got the stuff ready. We're working on... I'm scrolling through these messages just to figure out what we're trying to do. We saw the videos on YouTube. Nice. Have you watched any live coaching or just...
No, I've never actually seen how you do it. It's been like a while because I haven't been into the game in a hot minute.
Oh, no worries. 2 cameras, that's cool.
I only set up the one for my hand cam.
No worries, that's fine. I don't need like 17 different angles of the same thing.
Yeah, I was figured probably.
What game do you want to improve at?
I mean Valorant. I play Valorant and CS, but mainly Valorant.
All right, that's cool. It's basically the same thing. Most of your issues in Valorant will carry over for CS and vice versa. So if you wouldn't mind watching Valorant and streaming me a deathmatch so I can get a rough idea what your aim looks like in game, that'd be a
Yeah.
good starting point.
I got you. Let me load it up. Yeah, no, I think while it's loading, I think I watched a bunch between like your grip to. I remember you made a desk. I think
Yeah, I'm using that desk right now.
you're
That's
still on
some.
that desk.
Oh yeah, people say it looked unstable. It like in the middle of that video, I was recording that video. I didn't really have a hand cam. It's my desk for when I'm not at college. So I go downstairs.
Oh, that's right.
It's like
That's
my
right.
at home desk. So was at home for. So I was like, I told my mom to like help me record something. So the reason it was shaking in some of those angles was because she was on the desk holding the camera. It's a very
Okay,
stable
okay.
desk. It was holding like a 120-pound person. Just
Shit.
much past that. Not gonna work.
Yeah, I remember I looked at getting a different desk because I kind of sit like my hands go up. I don't know. You'll see.
All right. I'm worried about what you said.
With what?
About how you said. Like what you're saying. We'll see about. I'm worried it's gonna be like a Shroud meme clip type thing.
No, it's not that bad. My game might take a second though.
No worries. That's
I did.
it's okay. Some
I
people have
don't
bad
know what it
internet.
does this every time I load it up.
Yeah, my
No, it's not
computer's
like
slow too sometimes.
it's not like Shroud, but
No, I'm saying like the meme from like Shroud's stream one time.
oh, you talking about? Yeah, okay. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
All right, good.
I just like it's. I've been doing a weird thing recently where I have had my arm lifted up and I don't know why. But
Yeah.
it felt better, and then it felt worse. So I've had so many problems with my aim. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, the game's gonna take like fucking 5 minutes. I should have loaded it before. But yeah, I have no idea where to start. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So have you done much aim training?
a decent amount.
Okay.
I just didn't see improvement for a while, and then I kept having the same mistakes, and it was just like,
That's fine. That's fine. What would you say the average amount of hours you clock, or not hours, but minutes you clock in per day this past week?
recent. Oh fuck, none.
All right,
I've really
that's-
just been
that
playing.
happens. We're still loading on the game, right? My screen's not just frozen, right?
No, yeah, it's fucking. If I turn my PC off, the first time I load it, it takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just bust out some questions. Do you have any specific questions for me?
Not like questions, but like, I figured a couple things you should know is that like I've fucking tried like every mouse.
That's fine.
Right now I'm on a mini, but it's just I don't know. Like I hit my peak on a mini, and then I didn't play for a while, then I got back into it, and now I'm on a Pulsar mini, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
But I mean I've tried super lights, I've tried fucking
How much does
These
that mouse weigh?
this one. I think it's 50 grams.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. I think some people might be overthinking it, but yeah.
I feel like it's my grip. I'm not really worried about like, oh, this mouse.
If you can get some finger
Game
motion,
better,
it's
just-
not uncomfortable, then that's fine. And it's stable. That's all you really need to worry about, in my opinion.
It's interesting you said finger motion because I don't really think I have any.
You ever feel like you get stuck on someone's shoulders and you can't pop up to their head, or you get stuck on their head, they crouch, and then you can't really move down to their crouching level too easy?
Sometimes maybe. Honestly, I've never really noticed that.
All right. Finger
I've more
motion's-
noticed. Go ahead.
Finger motion's really helpful with very precise vertical micros. So if you don't have any, if you're on a heavy mouse, like everyone was before 2020-ish, then yeah, you can't really make good micros vertically, and it doesn't feel like there's much finger motion. You honestly might not even notice it. You might have it and just not have noticed it. But yeah, if you have to move up and down, you have two options realistically. You can move your shoulder or you can move your fingers. And if you move your fingers, you're gonna, and if you move your shoulder, that's a very big, imprecise joint. So it's a lot harder to make the really tight vertical micros, especially on a higher sense without moving your fingers.
I'm like, it's weird. I feel like I'm doing both. I feel like that's why I
Yep,
started
both is what
lifting
everyone
my.
does. Both is what you're supposed to do.
But
At
I
the
feel
same
like
time,
that's
yep.
why
At
I
this,
started.
both at the same time. The shoulder might
Okay.
make most of the movement. At whatever happens, as long as one is as long as you're not locking off the finger motion with a flat palm tight grip, you're fine.
I might be doing that honestly, because I feel like that's why I started lifting my arm so I could move
Lifting
my
your
mouse
arm so
more.
your elbow puts too much pressure into the desk,
No, I don't have my elbow on my desk.
but your forearm has too much pressure on the desk.
I think it might have. I just started doing it like really recently.
Lifting your arm? Okay.
I'm basically like my arm is off the table and I'm completely on my wrist.
Mm-hmm. So how often do you actually play? Like, do you play most days or no? Yes.
I normally do. It's just been recently I haven't had motivation
Okay.
because like I said, it just feels like my aim. Everything feels like my aim is not there.
Okay. You ever read The Inner Game of Tennis?
The what?
The Inner Game of Tennis?
No, I haven't.
You'll be the second person to recommend that book today. It's definitely a good mindset, mental approach type book for athletic performance, which, because aim is a motor skill and requires movement, it counts as one of the things.
What was here? Yeah, I'll
I'll,
definitely.
I'll send
take
you a
look
link
at
to it. I'll send you a link to it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Uh,
I don't know. I guess it just feels like I'm never aiming. Like, I guess my problem that I feel like is that I'm never aiming right.
yep. That would. That's kind of part of what that book basically covers is the concept of, instead of really thinking about how you're doing the thing, just accepting that you're doing it and focusing on those kinds of things. Yeah,
Okay.
we didn't really get much. Just open Kovacs now if you can.
Oh, do I need? Okay, hold on. I did not know I needed Kovacs. Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
No worries.
I can just buy it real quick. Oh my god, I'm fucking stupid. I forgot. I reset my PC. Yeah, give me 1 sec.
No worries.
I've had so many computer problems recently.
No worries. Yeah, that's. I probably should have mentioned that Kovacs would be an important thing to have.
That's okay. I used AimLab, so.
Okay, if you have AimLabs installed, we could probably, while Kovacs is installing, start on a few AimLab scenarios, but my mental scenario based in AimLab is terrible.
Yeah, I'm logging into Steam real quick, and then
No
I'll just say,
worries.
yeah, I'll buy it real quick. I'm sure. What's only like 10, 20 bucks?
Yeah, $10. It's chill.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Kovacs. It's just way easier for me to. It's like I have way more
If
time.
that's
on
what you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I have like 200. Let me open up Steam and count this. Library, home. And yeah, I got like 460 hours AIM Labs and like 2,100 Kovacs. Keep in mind that includes like I'm doing 4 coaching sessions today, like one with a 30-minute gap between the first one and the second one, the rest all back to back. So I'm gonna have like 4 hours of Kovacs added to my game when I don't even play any scenario. I just whip up a couple playlists every few minutes.
Yeah.
So it's not like I actually have 2,100 and 460 hours. It's just like I have
It's just like
more
I think like
time in Kovacs, like 5 times as
I think
much.
actually on Aim Labs I have like 100 hours clocked.
Yeah.
Not like a crazy amount, but that's also like there was a long time where
You're cutting out.
I didn't have an actual
You
sense. I
cut
was like
out
really
for
playing
like
on default
a
like one.
significant
Yeah.
time. You cut out for
Oh,
like 30
my internet.
seconds. What were you saying? Can you like repeat it? You're cutting out again. It might be that you're downloading Kovacs. Your internet's just really bad.
This is still going poorly.
Message. Okay, yeah, no worries. If you want to leave the call for like, if you want to leave the call for a min to.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, we're chilling. Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If we want to leave, you can, but it's not.
No,
we
dude,
can keep talking. We can
I
keep
have
talking.
I have gigabyte download. I just what the fuck is I'm having so many problems with it.
This is such a.
I know
This
it's
is
such a fucking shit
hilarious.
show.
I that's on me. I should have mentioned that. Like I kind of assumed it was implied, but that's my bad.
No, it's okay. Go back.
Yeah, that's fine. Downloading. So let me think. You were saying something about you're pretty cutting in and out, but let's see if you can.
It's I played on default sense for a long time.
Oh, that's not
Of those hours.
There's nothing necessarily wrong with that default sense. What is? Do you know what their default sense is in centimeters per 360 roughly?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know what the?
I could.
Do you know what it was in terms of Valorant sense?
In Valorant sense, it was just one.
Okay, one Valorant. What DPI?
800.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really high.
Yeah, I didn't because I used to only like solely op, so I thought it just matched. So I was like, why should I touch it? So I used to only care about like
one scope ratio or one sense.
both. They're both one.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That sounds like it'd be even harder to op on.
No, dude, it made it. I like my op aim's great. Like I don't miss shots with an operator, but I couldn't aim with a Vandal for shit.
800 DPI, you said.
Yeah.
So that's 12 and a half centimeters per 360 roughly.
Wow.
What do you use now?
0.33.
Okay, so like 50 centimeters. Yeah, that's normal. So, wow. That is, and were you playing that in game too?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. I hit flat on that.
Did you see my yesterday upload?
I just looked at it today and I was gonna watch it before.
That's fun. You are the opposite of the people who I talk about in that video. You're like the forgets to change sense off default and runs. That's like.
Yeah.
They need to make one of those like Chad memes about you.
Dude, I hit plat too on it too. Like,
Oh, that's impressive. That is
Um,
impressive.
And then once I turned my sense down a bit, I eventually hit ascendant. But yeah,
Yeah, that'll be what's assumed to happen. Once you fix a weird strategy.
and for like a good month of the first like playing ranked,
Mhm.
while on that sense, I was on like a G502. And then I was on like a SteelSeries Rival 3, and then eventually a Logitech G Pro Super
Yeah,
Light.
G502 is brutal. On 12
It
and a
just-
half centimeters.
it was-
that's absurd.
yeah. It was before I got into like actual like game stuff, and I just thought it looked cool.
Nice.
That was
Yeah.
back when I only wanted.
Yeah, no, like it's got a bunch of buttons, so you think, oh, it's got all these buttons, it's got to be good.
Oh yeah. Now I have a mouse with fucking nothing on it, and it's
Yeah.
like best thing.
I got a mouse that's 25 grams. It's shorter than my thumb.
You a fingertip player?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't bother with anything past that. Though I will say
I'm pretty.
nowadays, I don't even know if I can call myself a player. I haven't really played much in a while.
I mean,
It's been
if you're a coach and you know your knowledge,
yeah,
see,
yeah. I
it's
just
at
like
it's at 50%.
nice. I just like coach and I just talk in videos and stuff at this point. Unfortunately,
I mean, from what I've seen, those you've had massive improvement, and you've even coached Radiant. So I was like, well,
that is
fuck.
true. I've even coached back when Zextra was playing for Dark Zero. I worked with him a bit, so I clickbait that a bunch.
Dexter, yeah.
I that's like my favorite clickbait. I still use it. Like used it to this day.
Really?
Like I did a VOD review with him back in January, so I've worked with him since my second most recent upload. It's not like I'm just, but still, it is. I love clickbaiting that because, yeah.
I think what caught my eye was the Radiant grip guy.
Oh, that guy was that my red outline video, like the fixing up X Pro gamers?
Yeah, yeah. Pro aim coach fixes yeah, mouse grip. Yeah,
Oh, Pro Aim Coach.
it
Aim
was
Coach.
the
That was a different one. That was different than what I was thinking of. Yeah, like it's
oh, no, it was
any.
the blue one.
Yeah, I've lost track. I don't know who that was on, and I've lost track. But if someone says to me, "Oh yeah, I've played this game professionally in a session," I'm just like, I just write that down and like clickbait it later.
Oh no, I see it now. No, I was wrong. That one I did watch, but it was the teaching a Radiant to grip his mouse properly.
Oh,
That one.
teaching her. Oh wow,
That one blew up. I went like 3 and 30. Okay.
yeah. And see, is Kovacs almost done?
Yeah, it's verifying.
Oh,
The
perfect.
That caught my eye because like I hurt my pinky, so I don't grip with my pinky as much
Mhm.
anymore
Mm-hmm.
because it just feels weird. It got cut. I like cut the tendon. Like I can use it, but it's
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, that's never a good sign.
And like I've hit ascendant since then, but like it just never feels like I can get back to like that point of because I don't know. I feel like
How'd you
my
hurt
mouse.
the pinky? Did you like
I cut it for a joke, trying to be stupid.
for?
I like, dude. I had a knife in my hand and I tried to slam it down on something because I was like fucking around, and it was a steak knife and it sliced through because it was wet, so my hand slipped through and it cut the pinky like right in the middle.
That's
So like I can use it, I just can't like use it as much. Okay, Kovacs is down.
nice. Yeah, back in my Boy Scout days, we had these two kids, Harrison and Johnny. Point is, we were teaching like whittling or something to the Cub Scouts,
Yeah.
and they both put their hand. So they're demonstrating safe hatchet use.
Mhm.
Harrison puts his hand down to hold the wood in place, cuts with, slices his tendon for his thumb, almost loses
Jesus.
the thumb. So then Harrison's rushed off to a hospital, and Johnny takes over the demonstration. Same injury 15 minutes later.
What the fuck?
We were not allowed to teach safety for knives again.
Jeez, dude. That's funny.
All right, share your screen when you're ready.
Yeah, it's launching. It's installing the
Kovacs is
these
a
things.
slow game, unfortunately.
But yeah, ever since that, I just felt like it doesn't matter what mouse I try, I haven't been able to fix my grip.
A lot
But
of that, unfortunately, is probably in your head. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it.
that's what I think.
If you can't, if you're always trying to correct yourself, it's
Mhm.
really hard for you to. If you're always like thinking like, oh, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, it's really hard to aim well.
There you go.
If you're just thinking like just letting it happen, you're gonna aim way better, and you might be thinking, well, oh yeah, if I just tell myself I'm aiming better, of course. But no, it's actually like in terms of performance. And the nice thing about aim training too, is you have constant scores. Like in Valorant, you could say, yeah, my aim feels off, but maybe my game sense a bit better because I played more, so I hit ascendant. In aim training, you can say, okay, this was my score this time. I got to this score after this. You can just look at a very linear progression, and just always say, okay, I'm either improving or I'm not.
I guess I've also never taken aim training seriously.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with not taking it seriously. I'm not talking about like necessarily like grinding aim trainers, like obsessing over it or anything like that.
I mean, like being consistent is what.
Okay, yeah, that's true too. if you kind of joked around. But yeah, I can. It's hard to say with a tendon injury, but chances are your aim's close to what it was. It just
Hmm.
feels a lot worse because you remember thinking it was better. Like you'll think it was better, yeah. Whenever Kovacs
Okay,
launches
I'm
your
launched up
screen.
now. Maybe I honestly my aim does feel better now. Like my sensitivity is better and all like when I okay, like the first time I hit Ascendant, I was playing like fucking 12 hours a day, dude. Like I was getting 18 games in a day, win loss. I would fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd go on like 13 loss streaks, just keep playing. And then like the second time I hit it 6 months ago, when I really got back into it,
Mm-hmm.
fucking it took me a week and I went from gold 2 to Ascendant 1.
No,
And that
that.
was on the sense that I'm on now and the new mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and you might also, where the first time you did it, you hit it on the super high sense. It might have just felt different because you were aiming on such a faster sense. Like you would have hit
Well,
random stuff with the op where you were just moving your mouse super fast. But now that you're on a
actually,
reasonable sense,
when I hit it the first time, I was on 0.24.
okay, never mind. And now you're on
And
point three
then,
three.
yeah.
Okay, so that's a noticeable enough jump where I'm not saying that you'll play better on one or the other consistently across every scenario in game, but on the lower one, you might feel like you're making more precise micros. Like those really small
Mhm.
motions will feel more precise just because it's like 65. It's like a 12 centimeter jump. It's a.
I definitely feel like I wasn't as good of a player on
Mm-hmm.
that sense.
Mm-hmm.
I was just more consistent.
Yeah, that's what you'll feel like. At the end of the day, when you're in that kind of range, that's what the video is about. Is the new video is about. It's not that you're gonna play better on one or worse than the other. It's that like
Mhm.
you'll balance your aim a little differently. Like on a super low one, you might be more precise. On a super high one, you might be a bit quicker. But at the end of the day, none of them will make a noticeable difference until you get the extremes, which are really
Mhm.
bad. Like 100 centimeters. There's like one guy. He's called
I
Mini
got you.
God. He can do like super low sense, super fast. I don't know if this is true, but I think he might be like 6'5" with super long arms or something.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's probably not. He probably just moves his hand really fast. But like
Mhm.
he goes like 100 centimeters, and then every now and then someone does something cool on 5 centimeters. But for the most part, people play best within like a stable range and bad on the extremes of it.
Yeah. I just figured like, dude, I've bought every mouse. I'm on an Arsenal mouse pad. I was like, my grip feels weird. He could take a look at it. I was like, this guy. I don't know. I
Yeah,
figured he
let's
could
set
tell
up a
me.
hand cam. Turn on the hand cam now too, and
Uh,
create that somehow. Whether you just have it as your Discord
yeah.
camera
One sec.
or an overlay on the
I have it on
stream.
my Discord.
All right, nice, nice. I love how because of the leaderboard on the Kovacs sandbox intro scenario, one of the first
Yeah.
things you see on your screen when you launch Kovacs is just "I am so Sigma TTV."
Where?
Bottom right.
Uh. Oh. Okay.
So stupid. All right, hit settings. Hit. Yeah, just Valorant. Sense yourself up. Crosshair. Pick a crosshair you like. It's
I
in
was in
main.
it.
It's right there. You can click on the shape to change the shape. So any of
It's
those,
pretty much like this.
and then the tint to change the color to whatever you want. The FOV would be 103.
Oh, that's not what I meant to click. I meant to click crosshair.
No worries. So yeah, you can scale it. You can see it in the middle of your screen, kind of.
I think that's about it.
All right, cool. Doesn't have to be 1-to-1 within game. It can be something completely random. It doesn't matter too much. Max game FPS. Yeah, you can just 360. Sure. Max menu
That's what
FPS.
my monitor is.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm on a. Yeah,
Maybe do 365 then, because it'll probably hover below 360
I
then.
got you.
Go to weapons. Check off show weapon. We don't need a weapon shown. That's not beneficial. AimLab needs it because they sell skins. Because
Yeah, I saw.
visuals.
Uh, oh,
the cloudy theme, this theme is really ugly, so I'd recommend loading a theme. I like Cloudy Marbly. It's load theme. There's
Oh, load theme. I
yeah,
gotcha.
Cloudy Marbly. It's like a gray sky, which is kind of depressing unless you imagine it as like a snowy evening, and then it's chill.
Nah, it
And
works
then
for
you
me.
hit save, and you're good. So now we can go to. Let's start out with 1 while 6 target small. Just the basic scenario, and then we'll switch into hitting some moving players, which you really struggled at in the deathmatch, if I remember correctly. It's the fifth one from the top, yeah, right there. Yep, right there. You freeze. Oh, okay, can barely hear you. You're cutting in and out. I got like a one syllable that sounded like reverbed from the cutting in and out. There you go. Oh, failed to download. This okay, just hit OK and then try it again. I think it's because your internet crashed. Yep.
You hear?
I hear you not well, but a bit.
Sorry.
No worries.
This is not. Okay. Never.
I heard the word never. That's the only word of the since you said can you hear me that's been a clear made out word. Can you like switch your hand? I can see your hand cam. Can you switch your hand to a thumbs up if you can hear me clear enough to understand what I'm saying? Oh, the hand cam is actually not updated, so maybe. Just send in chat. Can you hear? Okay. It's loading the playlist. Alright, no worries. Can you send in chat if you can hear me clearly or if your internet's just gone? Alright, nice. Oh, chat's coming. No, it's fine, it's fine. Let me think. Can you still hear me?
Hold on, yeah. It just crashed and came back online.
Okay, nice.
There we go. Okay. Hopefully that'll fucking fix it. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay,
I'm so
there's a
sorry.
hand cam online, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay. I don't know if it's because there was a horror storm today.
Oh, that could do it, that could do it. Hit 1 while 6 target small. I think you hit TE. Yeah, you hit TE.
There we
hit
go.
the X.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
good. But
The whole internet just like resets. I think we're good.
hit the X. That's the TE version. I need the small version. It's like 3 down. Yeah, right there. Right. It's close to the top still. Yeah, right there.
Okay, we're good now.
All right, nice, perfect. I was worried the internet was gonna be out for a while.
No. We had an awful storm, and I think that's what did it. But it just clicked off and on. So I think we're good.
Nice. All right, hit play. What part of, if you don't mind me asking, what part of the country are you in right now?
Tennessee.
Ooh, Tennessee's.
It's because I'm not on AT&T. I need to switch back.
Gotcha. Me and the boys were considering taking a pilgrimage down there later in the summer.
It's not bad. I've only lived here for 3 years.
I just want to see the Bass Pro Shop and leave.
Dude, the pyramid, honestly, I mean, you're gonna be in Memphis though, so.
I'm not 21 till the fall though, so it's unfortunate.
How old are you?
20.
Oh shit. It'd be a year older than me. I turn 19 tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I thought you were like 22 or something.
No, that'd be crazy. I started the aim coaching the channel when I was like 16, 17 and just stuck with it.
See, I don't know. I don't know how to have my arm up or down. They both feel uncomfortable. I feel like I can move more.
Oh
with
yeah,
this,
let's look at your chair table setup right now, real quick. Can the hand cam be picked up?
Yeah.
Pick it up with your keyboard hand.
But
Pick it up with your keyboard hand and nice
Oh.
mic, and show me where
like
go.
here.
I
Let me
want
do
to see
it.
your. Hold up, I clicked on the wrong chat on accident. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what the? Okay, I want you to back it up so I can see your elbow and shoulder line.
I guess I could put it. Oh, fuck. I have a monitor here. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's fine. That's fine.
Let me just
No worries. No worries.
move this
It's
monitor.
a small amount of desk space for your mouse pad.
I know it's. I've been meaning to buy a new desk, but I've not been able to save money because I've been visiting my girlfriend.
Honestly, I don't even know if a new desk would be needed. I feel like if you remove some of the stuff on the end of it and just slid it to the left a little, everything to the left, like 3 inches, you could get an extra 3 inches of mouse pad space. And that honestly would make a big difference.
I totally could. It's just my monitor's always felt really weird, so I've had it at like a certain position.
I got you. Yeah, you'd have to move everything, like yourself, your monitor, your everything, and if that doesn't work, that's fine.
No, I totally could.
Let's see.
Just the cord is like pulling it. You're gonna have to ignore all the cans. I've not cleaned my desk in like a.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
It's fine. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Now just like play a rep of the scenario, just a little bit. I'm just gonna watch the hand cam, see how your hand moves. Oh. Sit up straight with like your shoulders back and your hand on the keyboard like you're in game.
I play like this.
Ooh. Do you feel like you're kind of you tend to feel like you want to slouch over in game a lot?
Yeah. A little bit. Like I'll like do this.
Can
I'll,
your
like,
table or your chair go higher?
No.
I mean chair lower, sorry. Table higher, chair
Oh.
lower.
My chair can go lower, yeah.
Oh, nice. Go like an inch lower. Yeah, try that.
I mean, I can put my hand down up like that. I don't know.
No, but then you'd have to slouch over. It's less about the hand, more about the elbow height, and you'd have to slouch over to affect that.
Okay.
Does that feel more comfortable? Less comfortable?
Actually, yeah, it does a little bit.
Way less tendency to want to slouch over?
Yeah.
Do you feel like going further? It's hard to tell with the thickness of your elbow or your arm and all that stuff, but do you feel like you could go further? Do you feel like you'd rather go further down?
I mean, if I'm
yeah,
resting my arm.
it looks like when you go one arm, you could go further down. Do you feel like you'd
if I
want to
just-
go back up a little? Like it looks like your elbow's kind of high, but your arm's pressing into the table at the bottom. So, let's experiment with like very slightly higher, like 1 centimeter, and see how that
Like
feels. Yeah, up 1 centimeter up. All right, replay it. Does that feel better or worse?
I feel like I want to slouch a little bit. I don't know. I think it still feels
Okay,
like
yeah,
better.
then go back down. If it doesn't feel better. And you don't feel like when you were in the down position there was a lot of pressure on your forearm preventing you from moving vertically?
Sorry, my GPU fan is like really fucked
No
up.
worries. You don't feel like when you were in the down position there was a lot of pressure on your forearm keeping you from going down?
Not really.
Nice. Yeah, then I think we're good with that position that we're in right now. So let me think for a minute. Where do I want to go from here? Let's go back to the aim trainer. I want to work on your static clicking technique and your dynamic clicking technique as a good way to round off the session.
Yeah, because I'll switch off from like tapping to this, and I don't know what's.
I want you to be stable. You see how at the end of your flicks there's like a pause, a shake, and a micro adjustment. The shake's
Yeah,
actually less bad than last time I was watching it. Before we changed the chair height, I feel like it was a lot more shaky. I don't know if that's because of that or just you're
I think
more.
it's because I was young.
Yeah, like there was a bit of that. I wanna. I want none of the shakes. Obviously, that's very bad. You got to learn to stop your mouse. I want you to try to decelerate a bit sooner and kind of transition your flicks into a micro adjustment, right? So see how your flicks come to a hard stop and then micro adjust?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you could definitely work on making them go down a bit slower. Also, you're usually pretty far off the target after an initial flick. Like a full Valorant person length, which is not good.
Yeah.
Because that means even if you aim for body shots, you'll usually miss your initial flick. So I want you to
Yeah.
really work on getting your initial flick, maintaining the speed, but getting close to the bot.
Yeah, I feel like that's another problem I have is it doesn't matter. I sometimes I just can't fucking hit people.
Exactly. Yeah, the ability to hit people is hard. So you want to work on kind of like the last bit of the flick. The first bit, fast, quick, accelerated, all that fun stuff. That's good. Second bit of the flick, once you want it to be slower, more consistent, and all those things. Like the micro adjustment part, you want it to be a bit slower and a bit more like kind of leaning into it. But the first half, fast, and then kind of slow into it too. Don't have a hard stop and then transition. Yeah, like that. It doesn't have to be that slow, but just enough that you don't have. Yeah, I really like those last few. It doesn't have to be that slow. And when they're really close together, you can just jump from target to target if you can make it. You shouldn't have to micro. Like for those three in a line right there, you wouldn't normally want to have to micro adjust for any of them, which is another reason why you should work on your initial flick accuracy.
Okay.
So that you don't have to do any of those things. But yeah, you can just jump. Like for those targets, you see how the flick and the micro made that super inefficient.
It just feels so hard.
And
Yeah.
in game, if you have two people that close together, you're gonna
Yeah.
jumping flicks micros between the two of them. That won't help at all. So let's do one run on 1 while 6 targets where we just try and get the score, and then we'll move on to dynamic clicking. So hit challenge in the top middle.
Top middle.
Yep. To the two
Oh,
buttons. Yeah, there you go. Just hit challenge. What's our score right now? 600. Okay, let's try and get. Let's see if we can break that. Let's aim for like 700. You were on pace for 900 a bit.
hmm
Can you tell what's holding you back?
I have no clue.
I'll give you
It
a
feels.
hint.
It just feels weird sometimes.
I'll give you a hint. It was everything I just said.
Really.
So basically, I mean, obviously, because I was watching the scenario, so it would be the
Well,
same
yeah.
issue still. But basically, your initial flicks aren't too accurate, which can cause you to be thrown off. Micro adjustments don't work and all that fun stuff. That's
Mhm.
not good. Two, we don't really ease into when we're close to the target. We don't really ease at all. We just pause, take a long time, and then move to it. So you end up with these very robotic but inaccurate motions, like fast, boom, 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 and then you finally
Yeah.
hit the target. So we want
That's
to
what I mean.
really slow when we get close to, we want to first work on getting close to the target with our initial flicks. That's the main thing. So static. Get close to the target with the initial flicks. Get close. And then with, that's the first part of static. The second part of static is micros when we are close to the target. Make micros when we're close to the target. Does that sound right? Yeah, micro. Oh yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
Micros transition from the flicks carrying the momentum. I'm willing to bet within the, if you play the scenario, like maybe, how long per day do you want to play?
I mean, I have a lot of free time right now, so I'm not worried.
How much
like,
per day have you played in the last 7 days?
a Valorant?
Of Kovacs? None. Obviously. How much
No
aim
aim training.
No aim training past 2 weeks?
No.
Past
I
month?
just started getting back into it.
When you
Past
were
month,
into
no.
it?
When I was into it, like 5 months ago.
How much did you play per day?
Like 15, 20 minutes.
And why did you quit?
Just I got busy.
All right, cool.
I would like fucking I would just kept my aim wasn't good. I didn't see improvement, so and then I had life stuff come up, so I just focused on that.
Yep, let's keep at the 15 minutes a day then, and just try and how long did you play the aim trainer consistently?
I tried to do it every time before I got on.
I mean, like, how long? Like, a month of 3 months?
Oh, I'd say 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay, yeah, you're not going to see much improvement at all in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because aim training is more efficient than playing the game. Right?
Okay. See, that's what I thought was the opposite. I figured, well, if I just play more, I'll get better.
Well, you will, don't get me wrong. But in terms of aim practice, think about how many targets you hit in 1 while 6 targets small just now versus how often you have to flick in game. It's just you practice flicking a bit more in aim training than in game. But there's a big catch. In aim training, you have to... It's like you don't work on anything else. That's the catch. But also, if you only do it for 2 weeks, you do a bunch of bots, but that still doesn't come anywhere close to many hours a day for however long you've been PC FPS gaming for. It doesn't compare. So yes, you do want to get the hours in. It'll be more efficient. You'll learn faster, but it's not enough to compensate for not playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as you keep playing, you should be good. But if you quit aim training in 2 weeks, it's not because the coaching didn't work. It's just because you didn't aim train, right? A lot of
I lost passion for it.
So if you quit it again in 2 weeks, nothing will happen. The coaching will have gone to waste. The only way to really get the value is to really grind out and learn those static techniques, focus on learning those, and we're about to do tracking. I don't think you're far enough into your static clicking to want to pursue dynamic clicking. I want you to work on tracking and static clicking, which are kind of the two prereqs for dynamic clicking, hitting a moving person. And then once you're better at those, like if you don't have enough skill in both of those for it to be worth trying to work on good technique dynamic, in my opinion. So hit done and search up control sphere.
Or how do you?
Sphere, just like.
Dude, I'm sorry. I've been so fucked.
No,
that's so embarrassing.
Sphere.
Sorry, what?
Here,
yeah.
Sphere.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, that one. Tennessee spelling bee champion right there.
Yeah, dude.
Alright, now try to aim at this. How tight would you say you're holding your mouse?
Decently.
Alright, let's try and relax that. Treat it like a fragile.
Probably like little bit tighter than how you hold your phone.
I, I guess everyone holds their phone different tightness. Try
You
to
think? Oh.
hold it like it's a fragile egg that could crack if you hold it too tight, and you don't want it to crack because then you don't have a fragile egg anymore.
My God, fuck. Oh, what about that?
How did you feel about the tension towards the end?
Felt like I couldn't control my mouse.
That's fine. Let's try replaying it. You do need a minimum amount of tension to hold your mouse, but most people, when they relax tension, they'll find their aim's fine, but it feels weird because they're not used to it. But it turns out your aim's fine still. So once you get used to relaxed tension, yeah.
I feel like I don't know where I should be looking.
At the bot.
So, like, is that just general framing? Like, should I be looking at my crosshair or like where I want to aim?
Where you want to aim. They
'Cause
did
I've been looking at my
a little
crosshair.
while ago. They set up a bunch of eye trackers for a ton of Overwatch pros, and I think all of them were looking at the targets, the other players, not the bot, not
Is
the
that
crosshair.
for
I don't think anyone looks at their crosshair for it. It's
for
just,
like
hmm
for Valorant too?
yeah, probably. I mean, in Valorant, most gunfights will make a difference. Will be so fast that you won't even think about it. But yeah, in general, you want to look at the person.
Really? Because I've been focusing on my crosshair since like I started.
If it doesn't feel comfortable to not do it, I don't think it'll make a difference.
Well, no, it feels like I unfocus on my crosshair, but then if I don't, I can't. I don't know. It's
I wouldn't overthink it too much. If you can't aim by looking at the person, that is the generic answer. But if you can't do it, I wouldn't say it's the kind of thing you need to grind to change, because there are people with different arguments for different things. And in my opinion, if you can make a good argument for two different things, it doesn't particularly matter much which one you do.
not that I can't. I just haven't tried it as much because it didn't feel right. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
feel free
anyway.
to try it, but if you don't like it, don't do it.
Okay.
Let's see. Control sphere. So how'd you feel the tension was that round?
I tried to go in lighter, but like I put like I can hold my mouth.
Yeah, it is hard to learn light tension. I'm telling you, light tension will make your aim way more precise and way less shaky, really fast.
Yeah, because I definitely grip my mouse harder. I think that's just from like using ops for so long though.
Yeah, and I mean, no matter what, most people will grip their mouse too tight. It's just people, for some reason, it's like human instinct to think, if I want to control something really precisely, I grip it tight. Because if something's really heavy and you want to control it precisely, you need to apply a lot of force to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's light, you just kind of grab it and just move it gently and steadily. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the force you apply.
Okay.
Or I would worry too much. I would worry about not doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant.
Yeah, I don't operate well without a video script.
You're good.
Let's see, what else did I want to talk about in this session? Okay, right. Let's try... Oh, right. Dynamic tracking technique. That's the big part. So, notice how you're kind of like bouncing around the screen and almost flicking to the bot?
Yeah.
Instead, try and make one smooth, continuous motion that gets faster when you are further away from the bot and kind of approaches the bot's speed the closer you get to it.
I guess it just feels weird when I'm like aiming like this, and then I don't know.
It will
And
feel weird. It will feel weird. It won't feel great at first, but learning that's kind of the prereq to learning dynamic clicking. How'd that feel?
I felt better
Nice, nice.
than just trying to fucking readjust.
All right, so you do want to definitely work on just being smoother, steady with your tracking and
Okay.
not really flicking. That'll be the other half of like learning the prereqs to being able to hit a moving person in Valorant.
Okay.
Be smooth, steady. Approach the bot consistently. Don't flick. Never let your X-hair stop. Let's
Okay.
see. What else do I want from this? So I'm gonna make you a playlist.
Okay.
This is gonna be a Kovacs playlist naturally, as one
Yeah. Go.
does.
Fine.
Not a Spotify playlist or something. And I'm gonna call it Lacquer. So on this playlist, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw on some static scenarios. We'll just throw this one on. This one on. I'm gonna put on a what's called a Pokeball scenario, right? If you want to search up wide wall 3 targets Pokeball in your searcher, I'm on my own Kovacs making your playlist, so just let me know when you find it. Um,
Wide
that's
wall
a
what?
wide wall 3 targets Pokeball.
Okay.
Basically, you can start playing it. I'll hop back in and watch you in a second. But you could,
Frenzy.
yep, Pokeball Auto Frenzy, wide wall 3 targets, which should be the first one that pops up.
Okay.
So yeah, you just want to also work on transitioning smoothly into the micros. Work on hitting the targets sooner and all that stuff.
Like, that just feels so weird.
Yeah, it will feel the tension or the transitioning into the micros.
Like when I'm aiming at a target like all the way over here, and I'm like instead of being in the middle.
Yeah, you definitely want to get used to being able to aim at off angles, so that's good. Because you can't always reset super fast.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what's next. Keep working on your playlist. That's right. So what else do I want to add? I added a control sphere. So we're gonna run 3 tracking scenarios, 3 clicking scenarios. Include I'm counting that, so flicking, I guess, not clicking. And we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do 2 of each. That's 12 minutes a day, and then I'll add in an extra 116 target small and an extra control sphere. 14 minutes a day. It's not a lot of time commitment. And that being said, if you can't stay consistent with it,
Yeah.
then you're not going to improve.
But just doing it, well, okay.
Yeah, you can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it for 3 weeks, and you wasted your money. Unless you can really hold this playlist, until you're smooth with trying to approach targets, until you're smooth with the flicking, and then start working on your dynamic technique, whether that be get another session or watch some videos where I explain that. There's a lot of sessions out there where I've kind of explained similar techniques, so you can follow along to one of those.
Okay.
Or something like that. But unless you really focus on this, and then focus on the next thing, then focus on the next thing, you're not going to notice improvement in game. It's not going to be worth your time. So really commit to the aim training and do it,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
or there was no point in getting the session at all. It's not
Okay.
like a Valorant coaching session where I can give you a piece of advice and you can just do it and
I can just
instantly
do
be
it.
better.
Okay.
It's you do need to
Time
put
and
in
commitment.
aim training in order to be better aim. It's a motor skill. I'm directing you along the right path. Now it's your choice whether you take that path or not.
Okay.
Probably check back in with you in 6 weeks or so to see if you actually followed through with it. And
Okay.
hopefully you did. But yeah, also keep me posted. I like it when students send me their instant high scores. That's always fun. Some people get them, some people don't.
I really should work on getting higher scores then too. Wow.
No, you don't need to focus too much on the score. It doesn't matter. It's just it's just a good way for people to get excited, and it makes them feel
Okay.
like they're moving. It's easier to keep yourself motivated to aim train when you feel like you're improving, which
Okay.
scores are a good way to document that. But I wouldn't say like grind for scores or anything. It's not super important.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions or anything?
I mean, if you don't think there's anything wrong with my mouse grip, I mean, this is a
Mouse
small
grip,
mouse. So
Show me it. Move your. Yeah, grab it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look at this.
I've been holding it like
Okay.
this.
It's definitely. Can you move? Can you apply any finger
I-
motion?
I do this shit a lot. I mean, that's about it.
Let me see. That's not really finger moving your mouse. That's moving your finger across the mouse.
So you like finger motion? You mean like,
That, but not. It doesn't have to be that extreme.
um,
Yeah, like something like that. Does that really
do
ever
that.
take into place in your aim?
I'd say a little bit.
A little bit. Then it's probably fine if you have a little bit of that. It's
Okay.
like it's just balancing stability, finger motion. If you can get enough to get yourself from the shoulders to the head, that's really all you need for a Valorant player, in my opinion.
Okay. Then yeah, no, then I'm not any questions.
All right, cool. In that case, we'll talk. Just keep me posted on how you're improving, and yeah. Anything else? Did you glitch out? Nice. Good way to end the session on a crashed internet. Good way to end the session. Internet crash along. Keep DM me any questions as they come up. Let's see, I got a 5 p.m. I do have to end the stream because the next session is a no stream, so if there's anyone still watching, thanks for coming out. Yeah, the guy was lagging bad. 800 EDPI is insane. If you got any more questions, I unfortunately can't answer them today because I have